Hello, everyone. Welcome to day three of Tips for Successful Life. Welcome to day three of Tips for Successful Life. Have you ever been treated so badly that you know that you've been treated in such a way that is so small, you're convinced that you're bigger than the kind of treatment that you're getting? That will lead me to talk about what I call selective kindness. Selective kindness. Selective kindness is what I'm talking about today. Most of the time, when we interact with people, we judge them by their looks, we judge them by their dress, we judge them by certain things that are very physical. And a lot of people will try to be nice and do good things to people who they think will give them something back. Somebody that can give them something back in return. And those people that you think cannot give you something back, you try to push them aside and act as if they don't exist. That's not good. Acting that like people don't exist is not a good thing to do. And that's what I call selective kindness. Selective kindness is what I'm talking about today. And if you look at it very well, we're living in a world whereby people generally tend to dress better than their income. Some people call this overpackaging, whereby you dress so nice, you look so nice, but then everything is not as not the way you present it. Everything is not the way you present it to be, and that tends to attract certain favor, which is good because somebody's gonna think if they give you a favor, you can return such favor back to them. The question is, what happens to people who don't care about presenting themselves in such a way? They tend to be left out because they appear to be somebody who cannot give something back, and so they don't receive the kind of kindness they're supposed to receive. So, what is really the implication of this? The implication of engaging in selective kindness is you can miss a lot of blessing. You can miss a lot of opportunities if you just decide, well, I'm just gonna decide, well, these are the kind of people that gonna try to be nice to, have good gesture towards, because you think you can get something from them. On your side, of course, you're gonna lose some things because you cannot 100% say that somebody cannot return favor to you just by looking at them for 5 seconds. You could be wrong because that's the kind of world we have. Then on the part of somebody who is being treated that way, the encouragement that I have today is to just don't worry about it. Everyone that cares to observe the world know for sure that things are not always they appear to be. And I guess that's why some people say, well, don't judge the book by the cover. It's true. I have so much books, so many books here that I can tell you for sure that there's so many of the books that I have that I can't really tell for sure how much of benefit I'm going to get from the book until I actually open the book and try to read. And we don't try to be patient enough to do that. That is not good. Another way to see this is generally it's good to be patient and just get to know people from afar, give them the benefit of doubt, even if they are not dressed the way you think they should be dressed. That's not to say that they cannot be useful. And being useful now, it's not even about money alone. Money is not the whole picture. Money is a major thing there, but then there are other things that are also very beneficial that people can be of use for. So don't engage in selective kindness. Be kind to everyone because you never know what opportunity or blessing you're gonna miss if you just try to look down on somebody who you think cannot be useful to you in some way. All right. Again, this is the third day of tips for successful life journey. Today we're discussing selective kindness. Try to stay away from selective kindness. Be kind to everyone, regardless of the way they look or your perception of them, because you cannot say 100% that somebody can be useful to you or not just by looking at them for 5 seconds. And part of it is also cultural, putting everybody in a certain box. Maybe somebody's from a certain country, and you had a bad experience with somebody from that country. Then you're gonna say, well, since this person is from this country, I guess they're also gonna be bad, and which is not something that is good. I've have experienced good and bad from people from different cultures, so I wouldn't encourage people jumping into conclusion and say, well, since this person is from this country, this person is this from this part of the state, or this person is from this local group, that means you're gonna have bad experience with them. That means that they're not gonna be favorable towards you. That's not true. So keep open mind. Try to get to know people from afar. That's the best way to get to know people, because the best and realistic, authentic version of people can really be observed when you're looking at them from afar. And you're doing that, that doesn't mean you should jump into conclusion and just move them away from the good things that you can offer. Still get to know them until you find out that something you confirm is really bad. At that point, you can now start making your decision. And also, another part of it is to not listen to what people say. People will always say things, and most of the time, when people say things, what they say is not always perfect. It's not always 100% true. If somebody says something, give the person the benefit of that, hear their own part, get to know them genuinely before you make a decision and put them in a box, especially if you're putting them in a bad box. Again, we're talking about selective kindness. Do not engage in selective kindness. Be kind to everyone, because if you engage in selective kindness, you can miss some opportunities and blessings in life. Thank you for listening to this day 3 of tips for life journey that can lead you to success. Next time, I'm going to be sharing more, and we're going to learn from each other. If you have any comments, if you have any additional advice you want to give, or you want to you disagree to what I say, please put in a comment. I'm looking forward to hear your view. Just know what I'm sharing is useful, or even different from what you believe in. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next time. Bye.